years in July. So I feel like I'm still like newish. And I have a lot of disclaimers for you guys. First of all, I just finished the Crucible Part 2. Is anyone doing the work?
No. After I finish Morning Meltdown, I will be.
I hope I can like complete sentences. I can't lift my arms. I literally just finished. And I thought my husband was going to be home. He's traveling today. And so I have used all bribery techniques possible with my children, but they could at any point bust in. So
no worries.
Here's your disclaimer. I figured y'all are probably mostly moms anyway, and you get it.
Yes.
Yeah. So, I mean, I was like, Rachel, what do you want me to talk about? And she's like, whatever, y'all are kind of, at different levels in your business. And I thought that it would be like probably the most valuable to you guys to just share part of my story, because my whole thing has been about like getting over myself in different stages. Like literally every day I am finding new ways to get, already? Okay, bring it to me, I'll open it. And then we're gonna, you say hi?
Hi.
Okay, and you gotta leave me alone now, right? And then we're gonna go to Barnes & Noble. Close the door. Sorry.
You're fine.
Yeah, I have like given this talk about getting over yourself so many times because I came into this opportunity and I was not coachable. I thought I had all the answers. I didn't want to build a team. I was like not anybody's dream coach. But once I saw this opportunity and once I saw how my life was changing and what I could do for other women, like I quickly changed my tune. Maybe not as quickly as my coach would have liked, but I really did. And so this is how it all started. So I have a background in fitness. I was a fitness professional. Well, actually, let's start before that. I have a lifetime of like body image, disordered eating, all of that. Like I've struggled with all of that my whole life. So after college, I moved to Charleston, South Carolina with my then boyfriend, now husband. And I started working like a corporate job in corporate marketing. And I found myself 50 pounds overweight. I actually remember the moment. There was a Facebook post. I was at somebody's rehearsal dinner and it wasn't even a picture of me. I was just in the background and I was scrolling through their posts and I'm like, that can't be me. Like I literally did not recognize myself. And that was the moment we were like super poor. I don't know how we did it, but like I got money from my parents for Christmas and like my in-laws gave me money and I don't know, I just like figured out how to hire a personal trainer and I lost 50 pounds, which was amazing. But more amazing than that is that like I found my purpose. Like I knew that I had to pay that forward. I found something that I was passionate about and that I could help people with. And so I quit my corporate marketing job. I'm sure my dad like cried a million tears that day after paying for my college education. And I quit my corporate marketing job and I'm like, I'm going to be a fitness professional. And I was like, I killed it as a fitness professional because of the passion and because of the purpose. And I didn't get paid. I didn't care that they were like barely paying me because personal trainers make like nothing. I just wanted to help people. And so it was awesome. And I was like, just loving life. And then 4 years later, my husband and I decided it's time to start a family. And we get spontaneously pregnant with twins, which was amazing. Like I've always been like a baby person and it's always been my dream to like stay home with my babies and be, that mom who's always there and all of the things. And of course, every new mom like gets rocked and I just like got doubly rocked. And I literally doubly rocked. I suffered really severely with postpartum anxiety and some postpartum depression, but the postpartum anxiety was like debilitating. And this is when my story gets weird. And then we had another baby. Like you're like barely functioning and we just chose to have another baby, but we just wanted like kids close together. And so we had a third baby. So I had 3 babies under 3. I was literally paralyzed, couldn't leave my house. I was literally trapped because just leaving with 3 kids was so hard. But I was also spending a lot of time and energy, like making everything look okay. Like I literally have a white picket fence around my house. My kids are really cute. I was posting on Instagram, like everything was amazing. My husband had just lost his job. And actually he lost his job like the day we found out we were pregnant with our 3rd child. It was awful. And so he was trying to do like a startup business. And unless you're us, when you start a business, you don't get paid for like a long time. And so we didn't get paid. Literally, a family of 5 did not receive a paycheck for 2 years. So that was taxing on our marriage. And literally we were in counseling. I'm like, this marriage is not going to work because I was such a disaster. I just couldn't, I was just, everything with my whole life was falling apart. So my coach is Moira Casaba. You guys have probably heard of her. She's number 3 in the network. She lives in my town, and in the where she used to own a Pilates studio is the gym where I work. So we were just acquaintances. I don't really know her, but I was following her on social media, and she would reach out to me and be like, hey girl, like I'm doing this thing, like you should come do this with me. And I'm like, oh my God, did she do it? Like, is she doing the Beachbody thing? Like, she went to the dark side. How could she do this? Like, this is like cheesy and awful. But I was also watching how she was doing it and seeing that she was doing it differently. Like, she wasn't going like T25 in all of her social media posts. She was truly helping women, and she was building a ridiculous local community of coaches. And so I kept following her. I told her it was a conflict of interest, that I don't do Beachbody, that I've tried it and it doesn't work, and I think it's ridiculous, and no. I gave her like literally every excuse ever, and she just relentlessly kept asking me. I'm like, oh my God, I wish she would stop asking me. And it's crazy because she didn't know what was going on in my life. She had no idea that I couldn't lose the baby weight, and that I was really embarrassed about it, and that I was falling back into old emotional eating, and I was drinking too much, eating too much, binging. She had no idea that my marriage was falling apart. She had no idea that I was literally trapped in postpartum anxiety health. And this is when I get so emotional, because she could have just given up on me. I said no, like 8 times for 9 months. I said no to her, and she just never gave up on me. And I knew that when I hit another rock bottom moment, that she was going to be there for me. And so I reached out to her, and I was like, I'm not okay, and nobody knows, and I need help, and I don't know what to do or where to go. And I think Beachbody is stupid, but like for some reason, I feel like I need you. And she brought me into her group. This wasn't about coaching. It was just about me, you know? And so I joined her challenge group, and I did 21 Day Fix Extreme, because I thought I'm a trainer. I need to do extreme. We know that 21 Day Fix like kicks your ass. And I just like, my ego took a hit from starting with 21 Day Fix Extreme, but I lost 20 pounds in 2 rounds. And on day 5, I just felt it. Like on day 5, I said, like, this is the answer. Like, I have the solution. I can help these women, these struggling mommies who know, just like me, nobody knows they're silently struggling, and they're not okay, and they have nothing for themselves, and they're trapped. And I have the answer, and I'm not going to give up on them. And I'm going to do exactly what Moira did. And I'm going to be relentless, and I'm going to let them know that when they are ready, I am here, and I'm going to save their lives. I just know it. So that's how it all started. Which is funny, because like, I don't even know how I paid $160 for my challenge pack. Like, we hadn't collected a paycheck. Our savings was depleted. We were borrowing money from our parents, which like sounds really nice, but like, it was like soul crushing. When you have to call your parents and ask for money when you're 35 with 3 kids, it like crushes your soul, and it crushed my husband. And so I don't know how we did it. So anyway, all that happened was that I just got really excited about this, and I messaged my college friends. I'm like, oh my gosh, like, you guys just had babies too. Like, I have this thing. I love it. Let's do this together. And then I messaged my high school friends, and because I told Moira I would not be like posting on social media, and I wasn't interested in having a team, but that I did want to help women, you know? And she's like, oh God, okay, like, sure. And I ended up helping a lot of people, just by texting them, just by getting them on the phone. And so, you know, I was hitting like SC20, SC50. I was hitting just big numbers in the beginning. And all of a sudden I'm like, Miles, my husband's name is Miles, I made $500 this week. And he's like, that's really cool. And then Moira, my coach, started sharing with me her income, which was a lot. And I'm like, I really like this. And I don't really know what I'm going to do, but like, what if this could like fix this financial problem that we're having? because I was like believing in my husband and wanting his like new business to work. And like, what if this could be like the temporary answer until your business like takes off and like we're back to being okay. And it was just really exciting. So I did not get into this for the money. I did not, even though we needed it. It's like kind of hilarious that I didn't get into this for the money, but I did see the opportunity pretty early on. At the gym. So we started working out together again and we started being okay. Like every day he'd be like, this is so weird. Like you're kind of okay. Like, I'm like, I know I'm kind of okay. This is like, did I just need to work out? Did I just need this community of women? Like Moira's team was like local and we were doing things and I was getting out of the house and it had nothing to do with show up differently and you can be the kind of mom that they deserve you to be. And they were getting like the worst of me. Which is so sad because I am a really fun mom now. Like things are completely different. But at the same time, I'm like, okay, Miles, like we've got 3 kids under 3. I have a major anxiety disorder. How am I going to like run a business? Like, I don't have time. I'm tired. I'm not okay. Like, this sounds hard, but like, I like helping people. And it kind of, I hate the word organic. I hate it when people are like, I just want this to happen organically. I'm like, that doesn't work. You want to build a business? There's nothing organic about it. But it did happen organically, which makes me cringe at first, because what happened was I was helping a lot of people as my challengers and they were falling in love with this too. And they wanted to share. And I'm like, do I have a team? Like I wasn't planning on having a team, but what happened was one of those people, her name is Jolie McLeod. She's my top coach. I think she's a 9-star qualification right now. She's 3-time elite. She was one of my first challengers. She was one of the first people that I helped. And I'm like, okay, we're going to do this. I have a team. And when you have a team, you have to show up differently, right? Like I got forced into leadership pretty much. And so anyway, because of Jolie, I was like, all right, I guess I'll start posting on social media. And like, I was really scared. I'm really sensitive. I care deeply about what other people think. I'm still doing all kinds of personal development around that. It's always been my thing. Like it's always been the thing. And so in month 2, Moira gives Success Club gifts. And so she sent me the book, Get Over Your Damn Self. So I get it in the mail and I'm like, not a PD person. At this point, I was not a PD person. I'm like, oh, it's that self-help crap again. And I get the book and I just put it away. And then in month 3 or 4, I had hit these really high Success Club numbers, like SC 62, XC, and my warm market, of course not my warm market, but like my hot market, like my like the people that know me, trust me, love me, would buy dirt from me. I ran out of them very quickly. And so in month 4, I remember laying in my bed and just pouting like, Miles, I thought this was going to work, but it's not. Like, this is hard all of a sudden. And I don't want to do this. And I don't want to go make friends with strangers on Instagram and invite them. And I thought this was going to be something I wanted to do and I don't. And he's like, okay, you don't have to do this. But I watched this bring you back to life. This is saving you. I'm crying again. Shoot. This is saving you. This is saving us. I don't think you should give up. You do what you want. I don't think you should give up on this. And we boiled it down. I'm like, but I want what Moira has. I want this money. I want this business. I feel like I have what it takes to why I can, if she can, I can. And he's like, okay, well, what is the thing? What is it that's stopping you? And we decided, after talking about it, it was all about what other people thought of me. And he's like, Erin, and Miles and I have been together since I was 17. So we have all the same friends from life, And he's like, if they're judging you, if they're mad that you're happy and living a better life and being a better mom and that our marriage is saved and that you're happily helping people, if that pisses them off, they are not our people. And we need to clean out the friend closet and move on. and find people who want you to be happy and want you to have this thing that you love, but you're about to give up something that you love because you think people are going to judge you, and you think that those people matter, and they don't. And so I'm like, like, you're right. Like, let's clean out the friend closet. And guys, I have had to clean out the friend closet. There are plenty of people who have not been happy for my success. And has that hurt my feelings? Absolutely. I am super sensitive. Is what I'm doing 1,000 times more important than what they think? I've created a six-figure income I created a six-figure income in 1 year. Beachbody guarantees no level of success. I saved my family from this financial ruin that we were in. I saved our marriage. I lost 20 pounds and feel amazing. And my kids get the mom that they deserve. And like, things aren't perfect. Like, I still struggle with anxiety. I still struggle with self-sabotage. There are things, but I have the tools and the community, and this community brought me back to life. And really in that day when I was pouting in my bed, it was really 3 people. Like, I could pinpoint the people that were really like, I don't think I can do this because he's going to judge me, and she's going to judge me, and she's going to judge me. And one of them turned out to be like my biggest supporter. It was just a story I made up in my head. And the other 2 don't freaking matter. They just don't matter. And I look at that every day, because the more people that I help, not just in their fitness journey, but the more like business opportunity that I give these moms, and they're not all moms, but women, the less I care what anybody thinks. Like, the more money that I make, the less I care what they think. Like, and again, I don't want to make this like icky and about money, but like, it's major what this opportunity can do if you can just get over yourself. Like, we have a formula of success. It's kind of weird, right? We go on the Beachbody Champions page, and all of these top successful coaches are literally telling you their secrets. I grew up in a very competitive world where, like, I want to be the best, and I don't want to tell anybody what's working for me because I want to win, right? And that is not what Beachbody is. And I remember being like, this is so weird. Why is she telling us this? Is she tricking us? Like, what? Like, Holly Hillier's teaching me how to run a sneak peek. Like, doesn't she want to have the best sneak peek? Like, we have a formula of what works. And so that day, I decided I was going to follow the formula. I literally like pulled out my bat. Now it's the Success Club tracker. And I checked the boxes every day. And that's all that my success has been. Checking the boxes and getting really freaking excited. Like, that is my superpower, is how much I love this, and how much I believe in this, and how much every single day I think about what it would have been like if Moira had given up on me, and where would I be? Like, she didn't have to keep asking me for 9 months. Like, it's insane. We weren't even friends. And now she's one of the most important people in my life. She's one of my best friends. Our families are like best friends and family. And it's insanity. So all of that is like, I call that like phase 1 of getting over yourself. Okay, let me get some water. Oh my gosh, y'all, that workout. I still feel shaky. I call that phase 1 of getting over yourself. So I'm running a successful business. I have a really exciting working team. I'm attracting my people. I'm sharing authentically on social media. And actually, really, like, I know this is weird, but I feel like I've never been more authentically me. Like, I've always been, I just came back from leadership, and there was a guest speaker who's like, I want you to talk about the first time you belonged. And everybody was like, like, Beachbody is the first time I belonged. And I was like, I've always belonged. I know that sounds like bratty or something, but like, I have always found a way to turn myself into the person that group needed me to be. And I've always been like in the middle of the bed. That's like our joke. And like, I am the middle of the bed. Like, I want to snuggle with everyone. Like, I've always been there. I've always like kind of been in the popular crowd and kind of had a lot of friends, but like, that wasn't because I was being authentically me. I was just being who I thought I was supposed to be. And I have this opportunity has really like brought out who I actually am in a way that I've never felt before. So anyway, I'm like loving it. I'm feeling authentically myself for the first time. I'm getting recognition, which I am a recognition girl. Like I'm elite. I'm getting presents. I'm getting, it's so fun. And in January, and so on our team, we have a lot of elite coaches on our team, and we all kind of did it together. Like it really, our team, Moira's team is called Together Rising, and that's like so true because we all are like, hey, maybe we should all go elite. And we're like, okay, I'm 2-star, you're 3-star, you're 4-star. Okay, if you can get, like, we're all literally just supporting each other for the same goal because it's way more fun to do together. And so there's a crew of like 8 of us. And I think there's 8. And so we all went elite together. It's the best. And they are my people. But they also, like, I feel like a big thing about this business is, as you guys probably have felt already, the comparison game, right? People who are successful in this business are pretty competitive. I mean, you don't have to be competitive to be successful in this business, but I see a lot of people who are successful in this business who are also competitive. And so the comparison game, I've watched it take out a million people. So my next superpower is that I don't let the comparison game take me out. I let it fuel me because I don't want to be left behind. I want to go with the pack. I want to be in the crew. I want to belong. I want to feel the energy and the excitement. So somebody else's success doesn't define my failures. I just lean into that momentum. Like my success partner, Hannah, is literally crushing life right now, like popping diamonds left and right. I've only popped 2 diamonds this year, which is very low for me. And I'm like, why? And we run our mentorship together. So it's like her coaches are getting me and my coaches are getting her. Like, why is she popping diamonds and I'm not? And so I have 2 options there. I can either be like, oh, so annoyed. And there is a little bit of that sometimes. Or I can just lean in and partner with them and build success pods and like lean into the momentum of her team because that's what's going to get us there together. And so I am really good at like overcoming the comparison game and turning it into something super positive. And I think that's a huge reason for my success, except for the month of January. In the month of January, I don't know, like my whole crew of 8 elite coaches that are like my sister coaches, they were just crushing it. And we were all kind of making this shift from warm market to cold market because we've been in this business for like 2.5 years at this point. 2.5 years. And that's a hard shift. I'm really good at the warm market stuff. Like all of my entire business has been built in my warm market. But again, at some point you gotta like build your cold market. And so in January, my besties were crushing it, recruiting from the cold market, recruiting like 15 to 20 coaches a month, cold market. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is when I get left behind. This is when I let it take me out for a month. And then I said, what are they doing that I'm not doing? Like, if they can, I can. Like, what is the difference here? And the truth of the matter is they were doing things that made me feel really uncomfortable. They were calling themselves, I still hate it, fitness influencers. They were running ads. They were running ads that said things like fitness influencers wanted, hope wanted, like things that I legitimately promised myself I would never do. They were running weekly sneak peeks instead of monthly sneak peeks. And I'm like, this is so weird. Like, why is it working for them and not me? And I had to have like another moment like I did on my bed with my husband when I'm pouting about how this isn't working. And I had to like look in the mirror and say, are you willing to do these things if it means success? Like you are looking at a formula. Again, there's a formula for success here. And I had to make a decision whether I was willing to get over myself and follow the formula of success, or if I wanted to, I don't do ads. I don't run weekly sneak peeks. I just am a really good challenge group people and I convert people. Like that was my story. And I had to make a decision to get out of my comfort zone and to get over myself again. And I did that. I started calling myself a fitness influencer. I still hate it. I started running ads. We completely overhauled our new coach mentorship program. And this has been a ton of work. And now like I'm back. Like, I mean, it only took a month or two for me to like get back up to where they are and what we're going to do together. And again, you like, it truly is the like getting over yourself thing. Like every day I have to like say, like look in the mirror and be like, okay, Erin, are your actions like matching what you're saying you're going to do? Like, is the action meeting the goal? Cause like I had this thing about being a 6-figure earner. I know I hate it when this is about money, but like before I was in corporate marketing, I was never going to make 6 figures at my business. I could never have made 6 figures as a personal trainer. And so when I heard that people in Beachbody were doing that, I'm like, that's my thing. I want to make 6 figures. Like it was my first goal. I wanted to be elite. I wanted to hit 6 figures. And I have been working as a 6-figure coach since that day that I decided that I was going to go for it. And now you know what I'm working like? $1 million earner. I work like I make $1 million because that's what I want to do. And you've got to work that way before it happens to you, if it's ever going to happen to you. And I see a lot of coaches because that took, I was working a lot and not getting paid a lot in the beginning. I actually didn't really care because I loved it so much, but I see a lot of coaches who are like that. Like, if you do what I'm making, I hear this all the time. It drives me insane. If you think about how much money I'm making hourly because I'm putting all this work in and I'm not making anything yet, I'm like, you're going to let that take you out? Like, you've got to work that way to get where you want to be. Like, you don't just get to like, oh, I work an hour a day and I make 6 figures. Like, and I know that that's not everybody's goal and it doesn't have to be, but that was my goal. And so I've worked like a 6-figure earner since day one. And now I work like $1 million earner because that's what I want to be. And every day I have to, not every day, but many days I have to like look in the mirror and see if I'm being true to that. Like, are your actions meeting what you say you want to be? You want to be a top 25 coach. Are you putting the work in to do that? You want to be a diamond coach. Are you acting like a diamond coach? Because you're not going to be a diamond coach unless you're acting like one. And you've got to put the work in before it happens. And I think that has been my realization the whole time. And, it all goes back to getting over yourself. It all goes back to caring more about helping people than what other people think, and finding different ways to like reinvent this and keep it fun, but also keep yourself in check. That's it.
I love it. Love it. I love hearing that it's multi-leveled getting over yourself, because I feel like you have to constantly evolve in this business. Do you guys have any questions for Erin? No?
What other personal development for getting over yourself? You said that one book, but was there anything else that's helped you?
Getting Over Your Damn Self is literally the best book ever. Like, it should be like, what is it? It's called Getting Over Your Damn Self. I've lost the name of the author. The book is somewhere on my desk. It starts with an R, Romy or something. Anyway, that literally should be like, and today you're going to sign up to be a Beachbody coach, and here is your copy of Getting Over Your Damn Self. It really should. And I do a lot of like podcasting. I'm a Audible, like I'm not good at reading pages. But yeah, I mean, we're doing different personal development every single day. And I think that like more like I do a lot of Tony Robbins. I do a lot of Rachel Hollis podcasts because they're just like fun and amazing. Like, and other than that, we do like book clubs on our team. Right now we're doing Stories That Stick. But that, I think it's always just putting in the work and finding something new. you know, I'm not somebody who needs to like read 10x because I naturally am a 10xer. I need to work on more of the mind stuff.
What advice would you give to coaches that are struggling to share as a leader before they have a team? Like what?
Fake it till you make it.
When your coaches struggle with that, how do you help them?
I really do think you just have to fake it till you make it. Like you have to act like you are whatever kind of coach you're trying to be before you are. You act like you have this ridiculous team. I remember there's like a Lindsay Matway. If y'all know who Lindsay Matway is, she's the top earner, the queen of Beachbody. And I remember Scotty Hobbs, who is like one of her proteges, who is like ridiculously amazing. He signed up with Lindsay. He was like one of her first coaches. And he thought she was like $1 million earning top coach when she was nobody, because that's what she presented herself as. And like, you guys are a part of a top 50 team. Like I don't really do this now, but in the beginning, like Moira's successes, that our team's successes were my successes. You know, I can very easily say, oh my gosh, my team is top 3. Is that Moira's team? Yeah. But like, that's my team. Like we're on top 3. I mean, my team's is like 45 or something. So I go with that now. But before I had the accolades, I was just so excited. You know, when one of my sister coaches, who are not my sister coaches, I mean, we're all sponsored by Moira and we do not connect. When somebody goes 2-star, I shout it out on my Instagram, like she's my coach because she's my friend. Like, if you guys are like going emerald, you should be shouting each other out, because it's not just Rachel's, coach and their success. Rachel should not be the only one talking about that. You guys should be supporting each other and lifting each other up and recognition is one of the vital behaviors. And so I think about that all the time too, like just how important that is. And I work so closely with so many people that aren't necessarily in my organization. You know, I run my mentorship with my besties, Katie and Hannah. Single day, because it feels like we are, you know.
Yeah, I love that.
And I think you always have to go back to like, is this post going to help people? Like, why are you here? I know we're all here because we love this and we want to help people. And there's, I'm sure, more to your why than that. But like, that's the thing we all have in common. And you just have to like know that you got to walk through it. Like you can feel the fear. I still feel the fear. I mean, I will still do a transformation post and be like, oh my God, guys, please go like and comment. Like I'll go to my success pod and be like, please, dear God, go like my post. Like say something nice about me. I'm still scared, even at this level. So that never goes away. You just have to do it anyway. Feel the fear and like know that it's for a greater good every time.
Yeah. I love that. And I'm like, fired up. Let's go. So conquer the world. Anything else that y'all want to ask before you're good? Good. Yep. I think we're good. Oh no, she frozen. Okay. Erin, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. Amazing, and I think we have a lot that we can take from this. So I appreciate you.
You're so welcome. Y'all have a fun rest of your trip.
All right. Thanks, girl.
Bye.